Chair,
Yes.
if I may, I apologize. I was, after the citizens' comments, I was fully expecting someone from the Teamsters to come forward and trying to be respectful. But I do have a letter here that I have been asked to read on behalf of one of my constituents. Mr. Chair, would you like me to go up front to read it, or is it all right if I read it from here?
You can read it from here.
And this is, Mr. Chair, this is a letter to you, but again, as the elected representative from Friedenberg, or for Friedenberg, was asked to read this. Dear Mr. McDonald, Lakehead Trucking is a third-generation family-owned and operated business that has been serving the community for over 70 years. Throughout the years, we have established excellent working relationships throughout Friedenberg Township, both as a vendor and as a customer. We have enhanced our community through donations and by investing time and resources in making Friedenberg a better place to live. We take pride in our operation here in Friedenberg. We not only run our businesses here in Friedenberg, but we live here as well. To be able to continue to supply these excellent services to our community, we applied to St. Louis County and received a conditional use permit to operate a new site. We filled out the necessary permits and followed St. Louis County guidelines and procedures. Although the majority of Friedenberg Township have supported us, we have endured intense scrutiny, antagonism, and a lawsuit by certain individuals called Friends of Friedenberg, LLC. The opportunity for this group to challenge the conditional use permit had expired when they filed the lawsuit, and yet they have continued to harass us and have continued their pursuit with the lawsuit, costing us valuable time and money. Family and employees that are working and living on our own property do not feel safe because of the continued harassment. Our intention is to continue to provide excellent service and products to customers, including those living in Friedenberg Township. We are committed to following rules, and we will always promptly address any concerns that arise. And this is signed by Todd Kineski and Steve Kineski, and I would submit it to our board as part of the official record.
Chair McDonald. So I just want to say, we get lots of letters from people, and we do not commonly have commissioners read them. And particularly, it's a bit offensive to all these people who show up on a regular basis to speak to us, that somebody can send something to a county commissioner instead of coming and speaking at this board meeting, and have them read it at the board meeting. It's not a policy that, I certainly in past issues, I've gotten some wildly, strongly worded letters that might have been appropriate to read, but it has not been the policy, and it really is a dishonor to all these people who show up. And they've been showing up in out of the way places. The Kineskis can show up if they want to speak to this board. And they don't get to send something to one board member or however it came about, and then have him read it at the board meeting. That's a special privilege they're getting that others don't get. And I just feel really bad for these people who are coming, as much as it's something that, they just need to show up just like everybody else. Thanks.
Point taken. Thank you, Commissioner Jewell.
What's that?
Yeah,
My
that's-
name is Clay Stitch.
Oh,
Okay,
Excuse-
I'd like to answer.
excuse me. We're going to go to Commissioner Nelson first.
Mr. Chair, again, I apologize that I did not read it exactly at the point that I did. I made the mistake looking out into this audience and assuming that the representative, Mr. Skoog, or one of the Teamsters was going to come forward. So I hesitated and I waited until you moved on. Commissioner Jewell, thank you for your opinion. It's your opinion. I will tell you that this commissioner has read several letters, and you are aware of that, several letters over the years that you and I have served here together. If someone asks me to read a letter, I will tell you that the Koneskis are working their tails off right now because it's that time of the year where you got to try and get everything done before winter. But the fact of the matter is, anybody can communicate with this board in any way they wish. Some of them send you letters, some of them send you emails, some of them do text messaging, some of them call me. And when I am asked as their representative, I can tell you that had I been asked to read a letter from one of the other individuals from the township, I likely would have done that. I have listened to the comments for all these many weeks as well. But again, to say that somehow the Koneskis are less important because they don't show up at our board meeting, Mr. Chair and my fellow board members, I do not believe that that is the case. I believe that everyone that communicates with a county commissioner deserves the attention of their county commissioner. And that's why I read the letter here today. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And point of order, Attorney Mackey, on public comment during this time frame.
Mr. Chair, our rules set forth the way that the meetings are supposed to be conducted. The time for public comment is at the beginning. However, the rules also give you, as the chair, the opportunity to answer questions of order and to make decisions about preserving decorum and everything else in the conduct of these meetings.
Thank you.
I would move adjournment, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion on the floor to adjourn,
So moved.
support by Commissioner Boyle. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll take a short break.